Good morning, gang. Today's November 24th. Today's devotional is titled, "It's a Matter of Perspective." Whoever is wise will observe these things, and they will understand the loving kindness of the Lord. Psalm 107, verse 43. A woman once approached a man who had a sour expression on his face. She encouraged the grumpy-looking man to be thankful. He replied, "Thankful for what? I don't even have enough money to pay my bills." The woman thought for a moment, then said, "Well, then be thankful you're not one of your creditors. If we try, we can always stop and find something to be thankful for." Helen Keller noted, "I have often thought it would be a blessing if each human were stricken blind and deaf for a few days at some time during his early adult life. Darkness would make him more appreciative of sight. Silence would teach him the joys of sound." We continually experience so many blessings in our lives that it becomes easy for us to take them for granted. God's mercies for us are new every morning. Even in the midst of difficulty or heartache, we can find so many reasons to thank God. It's just a matter of perspective. Make Thanksgiving the theme of your prayers today. Keep your face to the sun, and you will never see the shadows. Helen Keller. I think this is, it's a devotional, so I guess it lines up with the time, right? Thanksgiving's right around the corner. It's a time to be thankful for many things, right? Holiday seasons are typically revolve around that theme, I feel like. But it's also like an important thing to practice every day as a follower of Christ, as a Christian, to be thankful. The Lord always gives us something to be thankful for. Every day, He wakes us up. Every day is not promised. He is the life giver. He is the breath in our lungs is from Him by His will. And I know it's super hard. We get caught up every day in the mundane tasks of life, of wake up every morning, go to work, come back. You just get stuck in that routine every day, and you start to take things for granted. Helen Keller gave an example today in the devotional of those of us who see and hear every single day. I'm sure we take those things for granted for sure, especially when we're seeing and hearing things that we don't want to see. But when we wake up every day and we give thanks to the Lord, it changes the posture of our hearts, and the Bible talks about it a lot, coming to the Lord in a thankful posture. It changes your heart, it changes your mind. When your mind, your brain physically cannot feel the feelings of anxiety, depression, and thankfulness at the same time. And it points to our Creator. He calls us to be thankful, to combat those negative thoughts, those negative infiltrations of the enemy and his workers, to call us into that spirit and that posture of thankfulness, to be thankful. And it's a practice that you can practice every day. It's something you can practice every day. Is when you start to feel those anxious thoughts, you start to feel those sad thoughts, to redirect yourself, to be thankful for something, to look at the blessings that the Lord has given to you, and to refocus your mind on those positive things. There's always something to be thankful for. You just have to widen your perspective, broaden your perspective, look at it from a different point of view. And we can ask God for that point of view. We can ask the Lord, our Father who created us, to open our eyes and to open our ears and to soften our hearts, to see and receive the blessings that He has given us, and see His inner workings in our lives, to give us that perspective. So take a moment today, whether it's right now while you're watching this video, right after, or at lunch, or at some point before bed. Take that moment, think about the blessings that God has given you in your life, in your life overall, in your life today, and how He has continued to bless you and your family, and give thanks to Him for that. Meet Him in a posture of thanksgiving, and just ask Him to soften your hearts and to open your eyes to those workings in your lifestyle, where you can continue to focus your mind on the things of Him and to focus your heart in that posture of thanksgiving. I love you guys. I'll be praying for you guys, and I'll see you next time. God bless you.